Hey, YouTube people. I just wanted to do an update really quick about day 5 of my pre-op diet and also answer some questions about my experience with trying to get my insurance to cover my surgery. I've had a ton of questions about all of that, so I thought I would kind of run through my experience. Again, I talked about it a little bit in my first video, but I thought I'd go a little bit more in depth about what I had to go through. And I just wanted to briefly talk to you about how my pre-op diet is going. I am having some interesting and unexpected issues with my pre-op diet, and I don't know if I'm alone here. But day 3 and 4 were pretty easy. I was not super hungry. I kind of just skated through my day, no big deal. And then today happens, and the headaches have started. I don't know if I am having such a massive headache today because of the pre-op diet or because of something else, but I get migraines on a semi-regular basis, and usually my migraines kind of sit in the same place, usually behind my left eye or kind of like in the forehead region is where my migraines live. And when I start having pain in that part of my head, I usually know that's what's happening and I can act accordingly. These headaches are sitting in a different place than what I'm used to feeling, and that may sound weird, but if you're a person who has migraines, you'll know what I'm talking about. Usually they settle in the same places, and you get used to how they feel. These headaches kind of sit in this area of my head, more up in here and kind of in the temple area more instead of in this region or behind my eyes. And while the pain isn't as intense as my migraines, it's just weird because they're persistent. Usually with my migraines, I drink a ton of water, I take my migraine medication, and within about half an hour to 45 minutes, they go away. With this, it's been hanging around since about right before I went to work, so around 11 noon, 11 a.m., noon-ish is when it started, and it's sort of just kind of gotten worse or a little bit better throughout the day, but it's always kind of hung around there all day long, even though I have drank my water, done my protein shakes, ate my chicken. I took some, I'm not supposed to take any blood thinners, so I took one Tylenol, just one, and it did nothing, absolutely nothing, because I'm not supposed to take any ibuprofen or, anything that could thin out my blood. I'm not supposed to take. So I don't really know what to do. I have one more day of work to get through tomorrow. I'm off Monday, and then my surgery is Tuesday. I have an extremely, extremely busy day ahead of me tomorrow, and if this headache persists, I don't know how well that's going to go. Today, some other issues that I was having was just like forgetfulness, and I felt sort of out of it all day. Usually I can multitask at work and move through my day pretty quickly. I felt so out of it at work today. I don't know if it's the anticipatory anxiety getting to me about having surgery, or if it's the fact that I've had nothing to eat other than protein shakes and 4 ounces of chicken for 5 days. I don't know what it is, but it's just I feel very out of sorts and very much not my typical self today. I was trying to talk to my clients and do their hair at the same time, and I'm trying to follow the conversation, but my brain kept picking up on other people's conversations, and then I would get really focused on what I was doing because I was feeling kind of dizzy and shaky, and I wasn't really paying attention to people talking to me, and they're kind of like looking at me, waiting for me to respond to them, and I'm just kind of like, oh, what? I'm sorry, I checked out for a minute. And that's just very unlike me. I'm usually very present when I'm at work, and today I was just really feeling strange. So if anybody has any suggestions on how to remedy that, that would be great. I mean, I only have 2 more days to get through, so clearly nothing insane is going to happen. But I don't know. Did that happen to anybody else during your pre-op diet? Am I just being a pansy? I don't know. I'm really, really bound and determined to not be a whiny little bitch throughout this process, because this is a choice that I'm making for myself and my health. And there's nothing in this world that annoys me more than people who make choices. They make the choice to do something and they freaking complain about it the entire time. I hate that. So I really don't want to be that way. So I try to keep my issues to myself. I, of course, don't want to burden my clients with it at work, but just wondering if anybody else, after the majority of their pre-op diet was behind them, did they start really feeling the effects of eating differently. Also, good news, I'm down 7 pounds. When I weighed in last Monday for my pre-op appointment, I weighed 301.2 pounds. And when I stepped on the scale last night and this morning, I did it twice to make sure it was right, and it was the exact same amount of, or whatever, the number on the scale was the same last night and this morning. I weighed 294.2. So yeah, about 7 pounds. Pretty excited about that. I was being silly earlier and I weighed myself before and after I ate, and after I ate I gained a pound. So definitely some play in the water weight there. Because how the hell can you gain a pound when all you ate was 4 ounces of chicken and a pickle? Yes, I ate a pickle. It's technically a green vegetable, right? I just really wanted something salty. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. And just to quickly talk about what happened with my insurance. If you want other information, briefer information, you could just go watch my first video. But I did submit to my insurance, and they did deny me. A lot of people have to do more than me for their insurance. I have a PPO, and so it was a little bit more lenient than what. Sorry, I keep moving this thing around, but my leg is falling asleep. Anyway, a lot of people have to like go on diets and stuff before they submit to their insurance. I did not have to do that. I had to have a letter of intent from my primary care physician saying that I did need weight loss surgery, or that I was at least a candidate for it. I had to have an EKG and labs done to prove that I am healthy enough for surgery. I also had to go to a nutrition class, do a psych evaluation, and supply them with 3 years of weight history and have a BMI of 40 or higher. Those were the key points on my checklist. And I did all of those things. It took me a few months to get it all together. I was also traveling between where I live in Vegas and back to Oklahoma City where my family is the entire time. So it kind of slowed down the process, not being able to get into my doctors and such. So after a good 3-4 months of getting all that together, I finally was able to submit, and then I went to my pre-op appointment last Monday and found out that I was denied, and I cried and I was angry, as anyone would be, I suppose. But they said that they denied me because I did not have the BMI of 40 or higher for all 3 years in my weight history. In my policy, it just says that you have to supply those 2 pieces of information. It does not specifically say that you have to have a BMI of 40 or higher for all 3 of those years. I mean, now that they've denied me and we debated it with them and fought it a little bit, I guess I see where it could be construed as that, but there is no specific information regarding that. But that's what happens with insurance companies. I feel like they purposely leave their policies vague so that it is open for discussion later, and they can come back and say whatever they want, and magically make it sound like that's how it was all along. My doctor was pissed. My surgeon was pissed. He was like, you can fight it. Like, I'll go to bat for you. I'll tell them that you need it, blah, blah, blah. And if I would have had more issues, more health issues directly related to my weight, they may have overlooked that. But it's not enough that I have type 2 diabetes and that I have swelling in my lower extremities and I'm on the highest amount of diuretics that one can take on a daily basis without giving yourself kidney and liver issues. It's not enough that I'm on thyroid medication and prescription vitamins because for whatever reason I can't absorb my vitamins. I've been taking prescription B12 and vitamin D for months now, and my numbers aren't going up. It's not getting any better. And my doctor thinks it's because since I'm overweight, I'm not absorbing things the way that I need to. There's, something about that. She had a name for it. I don't remember. Whatever. So yeah, thyroid medication, diuretics, type 2 diabetes that I control with metformin. None of that was enough for them. If I had hypertension or sleep apnea, they might have considered overlooking the BMI issue because of those. Those would be deemed severe enough that I would need surgery and that they would cover it. But I don't, so they denied me, and I kind of think it's bullshit. My family thinks it's bullshit, especially my dad, who I have the insurance through. They pay a lot of money to have this supposedly nice insurance that doesn't seem to actually cover that much. But whatever. I decided I'm not going to let the insurance companies win, and I'm going to go ahead and move forward anyway. And we decided to go ahead and do cash pay. My parents are helping me out with payment, and we just decided we're going to do it on our own. So that's what we're doing. My surgery date was not changed at all. I'm still having it on Tuesday. My mother will be here on Monday. And I feel like that's a success, in my opinion, because it shouldn't be about, I understand not everybody has the financial situation to go ahead and do it without insurance, but I just wish that it didn't come down to that, because this is about your health and your lifestyle. And I just don't think it's fair for it to be determined by another person. This should be your decision and your decision only. And not everybody is ready to face the issues that they have. Not everybody is ready to have surgery or start a diet or start an exercise plan or whatever. I believe that everybody will find their moment and they'll finally be ready. For me, it took having all those issues that I just listed and weighing 300 pounds before I was like, how did I get here? I have to do something. This is scary. I could have a coronary by the time I'm 30. But there's a lot of people out there that haven't found their moment yet. And that's why I'm making these videos, because if I can help one person, if I can inspire one person to be brave enough and to stand up to themselves and say, you know what, I'm going to take control of what I put in my mouth, whether it be with the help of surgery or what have you. If my situation inspires you to be a healthier person, then it's worth it. And I deem this experience not only a success for myself, but a success overall. But yeah, that's about it. That's what's going on. I do appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any suggestions, go ahead and let me know, and I will update you guys day of surgery. I'll see you guys later. Bye.